90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Star Rob Warne has only himself to blame for his split from Sophie Sierra. Rob and Sophie first appeared on 90 Day Fiancé Season 10, and their relationship had obvious problems. Rob cheated on Sophie numerous times, and they struggled with communication. Alas, they tied the knot, and began filming the spin-off series 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Season 8 shortly after getting married. Their relationship is nothing short of dramatic, making Rob and Sophie the latest breakout couple from the 90 Day Fiancé franchise. No matter how hard they try to salvage their marriage, it seems like Rob and Sophie aren't meant to be together. They fought constantly before getting married on 90 Day Fiancé Season 10, and have carried this over to 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Season 8. Sophie has given Rob numerous chances to prove himself from his infidelities, but he can't seem to get on the right track. It's rumored Rob and Sophie have split and aren't together anymore. They've been through a lot of conflicts as a couple. One member of the relationship may be more to blame than the other. Rob was not patient or honest with Sophie. He has no patience for his wife. Rob has little to no patience with Sophie. Rob's ego has gotten out of control since starring in 90 Day Fiancé Season 10, but he was always insensitive towards Sophie. When Sophie arrived in the United States, they got into an argument as soon as she got off the plane. Rob and Sophie entered an elevator, and Rob became impatient with the elevator when it wasn't moving fast enough. The elevator stalled, and Rob and Sophie got into a fight on the show. Sophie was uncomfortable being in the elevator, and Rob got angry with Sophie for being scared. Rob also felt Sophie had spoiled rich girl tendencies when she voiced her concerns about his studio apartment in Los Angeles. Rob lived in a small apartment in Inglewood during 90 Day Fiancé Season 10. The most alarming part of the apartment was that it didn't have a bathroom. Rob and Sophie had to use a bathroom that was outside and communal. Instead of listening to Sophie and affirming her concerns, Rob got angry and thought Sophie was being ungrateful. Rob also wanted Sophie to move on from his past infidelities. During the COVID-19 pandemic, a woman messaged Sophie and told her that he had been sending her explicit messages. Rob thought this was irrelevant because he didn't cheat in person, and wanted credit for behaving himself elsewise during their relationship. "I've done nothing else," Rob said, but Sophie soon learned that wasn't true. Rob lacked patience with Sophie as she was working through moving past his cheating. His inability to be empathetic and honest towards his life partner triggered the downfall of his relationship. Sophie gave Rob multiple chances to prove himself. He keeps on making the same mistakes. 90 Day Fiancé Sophie Sierra during different interviews on the show Custom Image by Cesar Garcia. Sophie took Rob back almost every single time he cheated on her. She gave him countless opportunities to prove himself to be a loyal and dedicated husband, but he failed to do so. Sophie has been very empathetic towards Rob on other occasions, including their living situation during 90 Day Fiancé Season 10. Sophie knew Rob did not have a lot of money to afford a fancy apartment in LA. However, the studio apartment Rob brought Sophie to live in was lacking necessities, including an indoor, private bathroom. Sophie was hoping Rob would be able to find a different apartment for them to live in when she moved in with him. However, he was unable to do this. It was important for Sophie to live in a safe, clean apartment. She wasn't asking to move into a luxury apartment in the middle of Beverly Hills, but Rob still thought she was demanding too much. When Sophie's mom, Claire Sierra, came to visit them before their wedding, she disapproved of the apartment. Rob blew up on Sophie and Claire because he felt they had a privileged lifestyle.